You check my mic is all. Yeah, the mic is a-okay. Just making sure it's still good. It sometimes cuts out, so. But I think, other than that, seems to be okay. Just waiting for this link to go in social media things, media posts. Start joining in. It's currently 15. Maggie's, I think he's Haas. If we have a Kusi Yanda, yep, he's the Haas. 16 now. Duran's in his Red Bull seat. So who are we missing then? We're missing a Ferrari, but that's going to be an empty spot. We're missing a Red Bull. A and B Proud will be joining in qualifying. We're missing a Haas. That's Maggie. He is in. We're missing an Alpine. Hamza is joining in qualifying. A Sauber where is Steven. He's joining now. So I think it is just that Ferrari seat we're missing, with unfortunately Mekai, unfortunately not being able to race. I want you to notice when I'm not around. Okay. Yep. Steven's in. Lovely. Steven's in Sauber now. Lovely. Yes, and Ambry Pod's in there as well. So we're just Hamza then. And lovely. Yeah, unfortunately not to get a full grid, but it is what it is. And the link has been sent out then. Lovely jubbly. We should start seeing some more people in right now. Jacob Balti has been told to hop in the Ferrari rather than spectating. Up to him whether he wants to race. If he does go Ferrari though, then that does mean we'll get a full grid, as we will see Hamza joining qualifying. Let me just... I can't see Twitch chats or anything. I've got it all turned off. I'd be afraid. So I'm just going to join on my phone. See what's up. I'll turn the audio off, don't worry, so you can't hear anything. Because that would be a pain in the ass of echo. Just the one viewer. I've been called gay twice. Lovely jubbly. Kayla's Metric, of course. I know, Ollie. Don't you worry. Ollie Stealth, Metric Gamer, Best Ollie Gamer. I know you, bro. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. I have my audio off. I can hear again now, which is lovely. OSN's called me gay. Come from a guy who finished P12. That's crazy work, by the way. P12 calling me gay. Mental. Okay. Current championship leader, Reflex, in his red Ferrari, that Scala Ferrari, looking to make it back-to-back wins after his win out in the rain in Australia. Got a Twitch chat off. Ollie not happy about the Twitch chat being off. The current championship leaders, though, however, are not Ferrari, it is Alpine. They had a fantastic result with the double podium. Coulter qualified P10 in Australia, climbed back to P3, fantastic driver of the day. And Hamza with a solid jolly drive, I think it was P3 to P2 maybe. Good drive from Hamza, get a double podium for them. It was wet, however, in Australia, so there's still a fair few unknowns on pace-wise. few new drivers as well here. A few true drivers making their debuts. I think Duran, FN Bugs, Gabriel, I think all of them making their debuts. Possibly Owen. I obviously wasn't here last Saturday, unfortunately. So yeah, fair few still unknowns, but it is very, very tight between Ferrari and Alpine for the constructors. So keep an eye on Ferrari, keep an eye on Alpine. Unfortunately, Ferrari with just the one driver today, Reflex, they have to do a lot of heavy lifting, unfortunately. But he's a good driver. I believe he can do it, but we will have to see. And obviously, rain. It can rain in Singapore. Qualifying right now is dry. Ollie, you can hear me. Can you let me know if it's dry in the race as well, please? If not, I'm sure someone will let me know if it's dry in the race. But yeah, it should be a good race. Should be a good race here in Singapore. There's always action there. The chance of a safety car is 100%. The chance of a VHC or full safety car is 100%. So we should have some action. We should have some front runners going about. We should have some safety cars, some spice things up. You know, should be good. Should be good. And this is Xander, the first driver out. This should be lovely jubbly. Oh, what the hell? Was he on his phone? Was he... He's still in qualifying, luckily. Missing a front window now. I think I've done that before. I was on my phone. So, on a mistake maybe, but you have to box for a new front window now. So, unsure what Xander was doing there, but it's early doors. There's probably a best time to make a mistake like that, to be honest. Who's first now, though? It's my boy Ollie. I'm the V-Car team principal, so I'm hoping my two boys do well. And we've already got a 5-place grid penalty. A&B Palpatine, Xander as well. What has gone on between the Red Bull and Haas to give A&B Prow already a 5-place grid pen? Wow, what a shame. Obviously, yeah, I was saying I'm in the V-Car team, so I'm keeping a close eye on my two drivers, hoping we do pretty well. And also, with Singapore being a street track, it is obviously very hard to overtake it. 3 DRS zones, but they don't really do enough for the overtake, so qualifying is going to be extra important here. To get that lap in, to get that grid position in, that's going to be what is going to secure the big points. Definitely. Qualifying, ultra important today. Ultra important. And it is so easy to just clip the wall, get a low day front wing on, or even your full tyre. As Ollie starts his lap now into the flat out turn 18, turn 19, into turn 1 he heads. Be careful, track limits here. Get as far as you can, brake late, clip the curb. As I said, be careful track limits, and Ollie was not careful enough of the track limits because I reflect behind him. The championship leader, we go on board with him. Oh, a little bit wide there into turn 1. Turn 2 and turn 3, pretty smooth enough though, but he lost a little bit of time there for sure as he heads into turn 5 now, one of the first of 3 DRS zones. Gets that rear wing open, a little bit of battery as he heads into turn number 5 here. Very difficult, very, very difficult. No, turn 7, I do apologise, into sector 2 now, turn 7. Very difficult, very easy to run wide there or get on the curb too much. Oh, what is metric? Is that metric? What was that? What was that? Reflex is going to be on the radio. He is not very happy with that at all. What has just happened there between Ollie and Reflex? I am so confused. I don't know what I've just witnessed there. Reflex is going to be fuming with that one, missing a bit of his wing now. Ruined his lap completely. It's still early doors though, so he's lucky, but that is a disaster. Now I need to look. Who's well? Coulter, the podium man, got his P3 out in Australia, looking to push Alpine, keep them in the lead actually of the constructors. They're currently leading ahead of Ferrari. Him and Hamza are doing fantastically. He's looking to keep them that one little step ahead of Ferrari. I've no idea how to say that name. I'm just going to call him Cobb, because in his Discord name is Jacob. I've already butchered that, I do apologise, but we're just going to call him Cobb. Sounds a bit harsh, but maybe QY, we might call him QY, we'll see. He says the first lap though, 128.6 is the time to beat for everyone else. Metric and AMB Power with unfortunate collisions already here in qualifying, which you do not see often at all. BP Ace, however, Zen, very, very fast driver we've seen, goes P2, 4 milliseconds off P1. He's a very fast driver. I've seen his time trials, purple in Sector 3. He is a very, very fast driver. Horia, though, was predicted as the number one favourite. The odds are on him. He is the favourite heading into the Singapore Grand Prix. We've seen his time trial, we've seen his laps. You saw the TikTok. He is number one to win this Singapore Grand Prix. Sometimes the pressure can be too much sometimes when you're the fan favourite, but not for this man. He has done fantastically so far. Sets a fantastic lap, almost 5/10 clear of P2. It's still early doors though, but fantastic stuff. As we see my man Hazard join their Discord now. Let's head into the Discord and see what he has to say really quickly. Hello. How are you?
Good.
Who is your favourite poll?
Horia.
Yeah, it's pretty easy lock, isn't it?
And him? Or... Yeah, no.
Just him.
Yeah.
Not even,
Hamza, maybe?
Yeah, Hamza.
Is
Reflex.
he in the lobby?
He's not. He's going to join, I think, mid-quali, so we'll see.
Reflex is washed.
This BP Ace is Zen. He's quite quick, actually.
Actually, I put myself on it.
We're getting Paul here.
Yeah, but that's the master plan.
The ingenious plan, yeah.
I'll be back in half an hour.
Half an hour. Okay, we'll see you
Alright.
around lap 10 then, yeah?
Alright, bye-bye.
I will see you later, mate. So Hazard puts his money on Horia. He's got the lock on Horia. It's a pretty easy bet. It's a pretty safe bet. But who knows? It is Formula 1. Anything can happen. The underdogs rise through. It is what they do. As Xander is back on for his second lap, as we saw his out lap not being the greatest, but he's got a front wing back. He's got a front wing now. He's running. He's smooth. Oh, very close to the curb there, though. As he heads into turn number 10, the Singapore Sling, or what was the Singapore Sling? I don't know if you guys have seen what the Singapore Sling was. It was a triple apex, triple curb, and it just sent the rear of the cars absolutely flying into the air. It was a ridiculous little section of this track. But the track obviously recently had the layout changed back in 2023 to make it a little bit more simple, a little bit more wider for these bigger Formula 1 cars. We see a Red Bull there into the Sector 1, Turn 2, is that? As Xander finishes up his lap, Metric has been disqualified from the the session. Just about keeps on the track there as well, pushing all the limits for a P8 now. We will get Metric Graf's thoughts on that in a little bit. I'm sure he will DM me on what just happened there, because that is a very confusing incident to be disqualified for blocking the pit lane. Very interesting as Duran starts his lap now. The Spanish lad recently signed to Red Bull. Let's see what he can do in his debut. Ollie has DM'd me. Let's see what happened there. He just said 2 words. Fuck this. So clearly not happy with the game there at all. He spun at turn 1, and obviously he would have spun onto the pit lane, and the game deems that. Yeah, he spun at turn 1. He waits for the Mercedes so he doesn't invalidate the Mercedes lap, or impede, should I say, and then he gets his qualification. That is A for you. Yeah, that is tough. So he's going to start dead last. Should be 19th if Hamza does join. Could still be 18th though. But yeah, he's going to be dead last no matter what. But that does mean we're going to see a pretty fast driver start dead last. So we can maybe see him climb the back of the pits. Back of the grid. We'll see him climb his way through, claw his way through. It's going to be very entertaining to watch. Metric Graph claw his way back through the grid and maybe even score some points. Who knows? As QR is on his second lap now, as he heads into Sector 3 now. 4 tenths up. He's looking good for provisional pole there. Can he keep it steady though in Sector 3? We'll go on board with him as he heads into turn 16 and 17. Brake as late as you can. Bit too late there, clip onto this curb. Flat out here, back onto that curb. And a flat out turn 18 and 19. He lifts a little bit, which is surprising. Back onto the DRS. Lost a bit of time there in Sector 3. It wasn't the best. He broke a little bit too late. But he does still go within just half a tenth of the fan favourite Horrier. This is all still to play for. OS10, after a pretty disappointing Australia, is currently sat in P5. That is lovely from him. He'll be happy with that. And Williams, also 6th and 7th. They had an okay Australia, but they'll be happy with that as well. Now, a fun fact about Night Flash, he's one of the few drivers that I know who actually uses cockpit cam. So yeah, he's a fast driver though, he's a clean driver, he's not anything too crazy, but he does use cockpit cam. As Maggie looks... As Horrier goes even faster, just about staying into the 128s. He's half a tenth away from getting into the 127s. That is a mega lap. But there's still time in that though. As you see the Alpine going a little bit slow there in turn 2, where everything's still running smoothly for Coulter. As everyone has set either their first or second laps, now starting to see the order of the pack slightly. It's between Horrier and QY, I think, a pole, but we could still see Zen / BPAs get involved. Mercedes doing really well right now, currently probably the favourites to get the most points from this Grand Prix, currently sitting 5th and 1st. Williams though, pretty happy sitting 6th and 7th. And Alpine, just the one driver today, but we might still see Hamza. Reflex has not set a time yet, so is he going to go for one lap? One last lap for Reflex. This is going to be interesting to watch, Reflex. Maggie though goes into P9. That is a respectable lap. Very respectable. Let's see, Jackie Chan is on a lap. We'll go on with Zen though. He's a pretty fast driver as he heads into that turn 7 now. Clip that curve, get back on this curve. Don't get too wide though, because you will invalid and Horror is left. I can give him an invite back if there's just a little bit of a connection issue. Unsure what that may be there. I think just connection issues for Horrier. He hasn't retired in most, but he's a lucky boy because I've seen that retiring a few times. But into turn 10, my favourite turn on this track. Chuck it in, late braking there. Chuck it in there, flat out through here. Into the slowest turn on this track, the hairpin. Get as wide as you can, clip the apex, get as wide out here again, as early as possible onto the throttle. Open up the DRS, use that battery as you head down into Sector 3. The final sector, he's currently 5 tenths up, purple Sector 2. This could be pole position right now, provisional pole. Jackie Chan went P3 in the meantime. What a lap from Jackie Chan. Wow. Mega lap, storm lap there in the Williams. Can Zen get into the top 2, get onto that front row, maybe in provisional pole? He does go as fast as just by the slightest, by the skin of his teeth. Wow. By 6 milliseconds, he's gone provisional pole. This is going to be close to pole. This is going to be really close. This is going to be mega close. And can Coulter get involved? Oh, he's got P3. Is he not on a lap? Yeah, I think he's not on a lap though, actually. Jackie Chan, I think, is not on a lap. No, Coulter's not. Jackie Chan's not. Prestige and Prestige and Owen, both in the Astons now. Good friends. They're both in a VC, so we'll see what them coots can do. None of them on a decent lap though. AMB Prow has had 2 incidents already in his qualifying session. 2 incidents already. I feel bad for the guy. I do feel for him. He needs a little bit of luck eventually, And can it come with just 3 minutes left here? His teammate is set in P12. Not the best Red Bull so far. But he is finding time. 4th in Sector 1. Keeps it steady there. Another good turn. It brake as little as you possibly can and late as you can. Get back on that throttle. Get as wide out as you can as he heads into turn 10 now. A little bit wide there, a little bit deep. Clip the curb there. It's a little bit of a slow lap here from AMB Proud, I'm being honest. Into the hairpin, into turn number 13. As he heads into Sector 3. Open up the rear wing. And see what the time is saying for Sector 2. He is 7/10 up, but there is still time in this, I reckon. There's still plenty of time in this. For the final time, he will open up the DRS up. As he heads into the tricky final section of turn 16, 17. Make sure you get this right, make sure you got on that power nice and early as you head into the final 2 turns. How much do you want to lift? He lifted a fair bit there, a bit too much than he probably wanted to. But he does, however, stay in P16. A little bit of time in Sector 3. Yellow flag there. I think that's from McLaren maybe. But I'm going to go on board with the Reflex here because... actually I'll go on board with Night Flash maybe, or Xander. I'll go on board with Xander. Yahori is back in the session. He won't have lost anything too serious, but he'll have to come out pretty quickly though. With just 2 minutes left. He'll have to be pretty fast on his outlap. As Xander into Sector 3 now. Currently sat at P13. His teammate's P9. He looks to get into the top 10. He's doing just about enough to do so, maybe. It's a pretty decent lap. Break as late as you can here. That was late. Get onto the car here. Flat out with it here. How much will he brake this final turn? 18, 19. He'll do it completely flat out. Open up the DRS. P11 for Xander. Good little lap, that. See Night Flash now 2 turns up as he heads into the hairpin, turn 13 hairpin. A little bit of a lock up there, but he's got so much battery. He has saved loads here and he's going to drain it. He's going to drain that ERS. He has saved loads for these final 2 straights. So much ERS spare. This is fantastic. And he gets a little bit of a slipstream maybe. I hope that Alpine moves out of the way though, because he'll get a lot of dirty air now, and you can see the dirty air affects him a little bit there. Into the flat out, or should be flat out with the clean air. A little bit of lift in the dirty air. He is not going to be happy with the Alpine there at all. Does go P6 though. Look at Williams, P4, P6. And we'll go on board with either Reflex or Horror. Who's further ahead? Reflex, he's not on a lap there maybe? I don't know if he is. No. We'll go on with Reflex, why not? He's retired. Did Reflex crash? Reflex crashed into the hairpin, I think. Or turn 10. One of them two, he's crashed, I think. Reflex has crashed. Reflex will start 17th. What is this? The championship leader is 17th. 17th. Wow. Yeah, QY not on a lap, or has he? He's aborted a lap. That is going to be the end of QY session, and the end for Hori. Well, Hori couldn't make the flag, so it's just Zen. And is Zen seriously 6 hands up, or is that just a glitch? Let's see what he can do. There's not really anyone on pole now. I think it's going to be pretty much him on pole position. So it's a pretty pointless lap, but it's going to go for it anyway. Let's see what he can do. And McLaren, pretty much even in Sector 1. But maybe he can iron out a few mistakes and find a little bit more time. A little bit of the rear slide there, though. Heads into turn 10 now. Heads into turn number 13, the hairpin. Let's see what he can do. Then lock up, nice and tidy. Onto power again. Seems to be a pretty nice lap so far from Zen. And he is, again, about the same really, but it doesn't really matter as he is on pole position. Coulter, in the meantime, does bump QY and goes P3. Good luck from him, he'll be happy with that for sure. OS10 got ahead of Night Flash there. He splits the Williams in P6. He's in a Williams sandwich. Gabriel on his debut goes P8. He'll be happy with that for sure. And that's about everything noticeable. That is the end of qualifying. It is Zen on pole position. And Reflex 17th. Wow, that is interesting. So yeah, that is your qualifying grid. I'm gonna screenshot and then screenshot AMB Pro with that 5 place grid pen as well, which unfortunately cannot be changed. So he's gonna start there. No one is happy with this Haas. Who is the Haas? Is it Xander? Or is it Maggie? Yeah, people are happy with this Haas. He drove when we threw him about realising. Yeah, not what happy with this Haas at all. As the drivers apply their strategies, apply their setups. The strategy is medium to hard, but there is a lot of tyre wear, so we could see a few starting on the hards or a few going for a possible 2-stopper with how high tyre wear is here. Medium hard is the expected strategy, the fastest one, but you never know. It is completely dry, however. And we could see some track limit penalties into turn 1 and turn 2 and turn 3. And can everyone keep out of the walls as well? With it being a street circuit, we could see a few crashes here. The chance of a safety car or VHC is 100%. So we are looking likely to see a safety car. But enough for that talk. It's Zen on pole position. Horia P2. Let's away we go. Drive the penalty for Xander. I don't know what's happened there. Zen with a better start than Horia as he leads into turn 1. A lot of action going on behind us though. Driver on the ground there. Coulter with a bad start, going down P3 to P5. Coulter with a not so good start. Gabriel from P8 to P18 already. Terrible from Gabriel. The yellow flag in the background. It's the McLaren of Gunnar has stopped on track there. Jackie Chan with a great start into P3, and Horia is right behind the gearbox of Zen though. It is still on here. We see they're running a little bit wide there. Jackie Chan is right behind Horia though. Right behind him. We could even look for a move into this turn now. Into turn number 7 possibly. Could look for a move there. Maggie into P7 with a good start. There must have been a reflex going from P12 to P17. Metric from last to P10. What happened on the start there? That is chaos on the start. What has happened? Let's have a look here. What is Xander doing though with a driver penalty and now track limits already? Xander, what are you doing, mate? To be honest with you, why are you attacking Reflex, championship leader, on the hards? This is interesting from Xander. I don't really know what he's up to. Attacking everyone on hards. This driver scares me. He scares me. Owen, though, with a lovely dive bomb. I'm going to ignore the back of the pack, to be honest with you. A flag there with the McLaren of Gunnar again, who boxes now for a front wing change, as well as Xander for a front wing change possibly. Although Xander's front wing seems intact, seems good enough to me. No end plate missing, no nothing. The drive penalty, of course, the drive through. So Gunnar with a change of front wings now, and there's starting to be a little bit of a gap forming here. Mikey taking to the runoff there, letting a few cars go. Rejoined safely. Reflex, Megastar, P17 to P11, but Metric Graph, P18 to P9 in just 2 laps. What a start. We see a little bit of a gap starting to form now though between Duran and the top 6. Top 6 starting to edge away a little bit from the rest of the pack here. Duran 3 seconds behind now in their own little fight. Yeah, what a start for this entire mid-pack here, between 11th to 7th, all gaining massive positions. Coulter lost 2 though on the side, a pretty poor start. And Horia has taken it now. Jackie Chan coming through as well, maybe, into P2 maybe with Jackie Chan. Ooh, hard racing into the final turn, turn into 90, can someone back out? Jackie Chan gets to P2, but a switch back from Zen into turn number 1. Horia is loving this. He's gaining away now. 9 tenths the gap. As Zen, they're just about defends though onto that P2. That was some great racing there between the Williams and the McLaren. This is brilliant stuff. We love to see this stuff. And Horriot now has a 1.2-second gap because of this fighting. He's going to be licking the lips of that fighting behind him. He is loving this. OS10 falling a little bit behind now. 2.5 behind. But yeah, Durant gained... Now gained 9 as he heads into P8. Cactus tries to hold onto it though. Not really holding on to much there, Cactus, though. I think he's back out of that realistically. And that's damage for Reflex. Damage that for Reflex there on the end plate. No, his car is just about... What the hell was that then? His car is just about fine. Is it though? Surely you're having damage from that. Oh, more incidents between Cactus and Reflex. Oh, what is going on between these two? Gunner now with a 2-second time pen. I want to know, is Reflex's wing intact? That's what I want to know. We'll get a good view of it now. It somehow is. What is that Ferrari's front wing made out of? Solid metal, I tell you. But yeah, Mexico with a mega star has gained 9 positions. I'm loving this. Jackie Chan gets overtaken by QY. And Horriot, fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far, a 1:32.8. He's starting to put a little bit of a gap now to him and Zen. Was the favourite going into the race. Got P2 unfortunately in qualifying, but he's made up for that and he's got P1 and he's running away with it. 1.6 seconds is the gap now between him and the rest of the pack. He's doing fantastically. And we see Coulter, Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan has fallen from P2 down to P5 now. Does he have damage maybe, Jackie Chan? He doesn't, his car is fine, no damage. But he was P2. Now he's down to P5 where he qualified. So a little bit of a poor couple of laps for Jackie Chan. Reflex is now right behind Metric after these two started 17th and 18th. Bird making up for their very poor qualifyings. But Night Flash and Gabriel with put in fortunate starts. As Sander gets another time pen, I have not a clue what he's doing. Yeah, Night Flash. Night Flash has damage though. He's missing an end plate. Gabriel, does he have damage as well? Gabriel, his right end plate. That is going to cost him a lot of time there, but it would cost him even more time if he were to box to change that. And Reflex and Metro Gaff now getting a little bit racy there. Reflex takes to the run off road as Metro doesn't leave him enough room. Reflex lets him back by though. Good racing, boys. Fair racing, clean racing. We love it. We love it. Metro have got to work together now. They've got to work together to get through this pack. As Hazarditch joins the Discord now, we will run to him to get his early thought on this race. Hazard, you okay?
Yes, I'm here, and
what are your thoughts on this race so far? Yeah.
I think I saw the start a bit chaotic.
Definitely, you see Reflex now.
Like,
Yeah.
Inside.
Or a little bit of contact there between him and Metric that could go to a ticket after the race. But for now, he's P8.
So
Hard racing, yeah.
so good. Yeah. Corey,
Yeah.
I thought he would. Did he get pole?
Yeah, unfortunately, but it was very close, wasn't it? It was very, very close.
Yeah, like 6,000.
Yeah, nothing in it really between him and BP Ace. But BP Ace is now P3, unfortunately.
Yeah, and well, V-Carb going well.
Definitely been a megastar for them. Obviously, with a pretty poor qualifying with Metric Gas last and QYP4, but.
Well, I think it's been season chaos.
Definitely, yeah.
The half,
Xander, yeah.
yeah, him.
He doesn't seem the cleanest, to be fair, but
He might be struck by.
it's fun to see. It is fun to see.
But we'll see.
Yellow flag in the back.
What happened with him?
He boxed for a drive-through.
Okay.
So,
Get
but
a drive-through.
Jumped the start, unfortunately.
Jeez.
Yeah. But yeah, Metrograth P11 started last.
Yeah.
GY P2 now, hunting down Horia, but he has a 2-second gap.
Bad Warrior. What time is he on?
I haven't even checked the tire 330. Thank you for that. Oh, yo, everyone's on mediums apart from the man with a mega star,
So, I
QY.
would start Baby in the tyres now.
Yeah, definitely.
Only, yeah.
Tire wear here is very high, so
Hold this guy back. It's difficult to overtake. He can do it. And, yeah, kind of let BBAs get close to him.
do you think QY can win possibly, starting on the hards? He's going to be fast towards the end of the race, so definitely keep an eye on him for sure.
Low fuel load on the mediums towards the end of the race. Should be very quick.
Should be for sure, yeah, towards the end. Zen falling behind slightly though, 3 seconds behind now. Oh, the pole sister obviously, a little bit interesting.
Hamza didn't show up.
No, unfortunately not. He was doing, was it endurance qualifying? So, yeah, reflex though. Good start as well. Oh, metric. Incident there in sector 3. Is he missing any damage there? Missing an M plate, isn't it? Left front M plate missing. Sack him. Born in the morning. Dead shouts in the morning. You're not even racing though. You're not even racing. That's what is this? Get rid of you, mate. Oh yeah, I'm getting rid of you. Yeah, you're gone. You're gone. You're gone, bro. You're gone. You're gone, little bro. You're gone. You're gone. I will see you towards the end of the race, yeah? Thank you for joining. Okay, we are back. I'm going to jump back into that though. So I can hear the game a little bit more. In the meantime, Reflex is getting a few more positions. They're into P8 now. The championship leader looking to make doing for the wrongs in qualifying. Let's just have a look at the championship order and then have a look at who is doing well for what they are. Yeah, Hamza is P2 in the championship. He's not even here. So Reflex is loving that. It is between Coulter, Horia and Reflex really. Horia is in the good C here to take 25 points. But we see this man in the background, QY on his debut race. He's looking good to positive when he's on the hards obviously. He's on the hards. Horia is on the mediums. So towards the end of the race, you would think he'd be faster. And he's already faster he's already faster now. Keep an eye QY. Back is now 9/10. It was 2 seconds, it is now 9/10. And he's on the worst tires, he's on the hard tires and the mediums. This is gonna get interesting. As we see our first couple of pit stops there with AMV Prowl, Prestige Cactus, all boxing there. Anything else interesting here that we can see? Metrograth after the picking time penalty now. I think he just given it maybe. Yeah, he had a mega start, but then had a little bit of engine temporary. I'm unsure what happened. I did miss it though. Yeah, he had a mega start, so. But then we saw a yellow flag there after him. He's missing his front one, so. We'll see after the race what happens between him and whoever in sector 3. Yeah, his box that's so early for Horia. Onto the mediums, he's going for the 2-stop. This is interesting. This is on. Horia has taken the gamble. The pole position sitter. No, Peter, I mean. The current race leader, the fan favourite. Going into the race. And a huge gamble. He's going for the 2-stopper. This is huge. This is huge from Horia. This takes balls. As Gabriel speeding for him, just went for the tyre. Unfortunately, from him. Hopefully we see him back next week stronger and get some points next week in Spa. Right, I'm also skill limit. I'm going to turn down a little bit, boys. But yeah, Horida is going for the new stopper. That is very interesting. Very interesting strategy from Mercedes to go for the two stopper. This is huge. This is huge. We saw QY was a little bit faster on the hards. He's presumably on the one stopper. So Horida said, you know what? I'm going to gamble. I'm going to gamble with the medium to hard two stopper. Wow, this race is quite interesting. And Horida is actually behind his championship rival Reflex. We had a pre-season interview with Reflex, and he did name Horida as one of his rivals. So this is very interesting. And Horida has to clear traffic as well. He has to clear all the cars ahead of him that's slower, like the Ram, like OS10, like Reflex, to get back to the top three where he belongs, really. You see the Ram there, heading into the pit lane. The yellow flag there for someone. I think it's for AMV possibly. It's V-Car maybe? For measuring graph. Yep, he's up on track. I don't know what he's doing. I think he'll retire though. Didn't fit to retire. Yeah, I think he's giving up realistically in this race. Just don't cause any incidents so you make sure you don't have to find your police pal. If you go to him about please retire. Yeah, I think he's just iron golden. Yeah, back to DNS for Patrick. He DNF in Australia after an unfortunate crash. DNF in had a poor qualifying here. He got disqualification and was given a race. This is a shocking two races from metric graph. I am all over the place there, boys. I do apologise. I am flipping lost. It's still, that's on boxing day, I think. No, it's still GY leading from Zen. No Reflex. No, he's spending the billion. That is massive for this race. The championship leader has got a 10-second time penalty. He's here as well. No, that could still be gone for a break, but he boxed with the halves. But the championship leader has got a 10-second time penalty. He qualified P16. Has so far done fantastically in this race. That's unfortunate. We'll go to Hazard to this spot. You're right.
It's so much.
What glitch? My mic?
Yeah.
Hold on. My mic glitch? What's up with the mic? Is the mic okay? I don't know what the issue is. It sounds okay to me. Hello? Sounds fine to me. Is it gone? Can someone let me know? Echo apparently? Working now, okay. Thank you, Azza. Gracias. Coulter with another pretty early pit stop here. Onto the hards he goes. P3 in the championship currently. Obviously leading the constructors. Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting race. Because obviously Alpine are leading the constructors. Second is Ferrari. Both teams only have one driver this weekend. Horida has gone for the two-stopper. The favourite to win the race has gone for the risky alternative strategy. QY looks rapid on these hards. Zen qualified on pole, obviously. So a lot of talking points here. A lot of talking points. Reflex with the unfortunate time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. This current championship leader is unlikely to hold on to that. He was doing really well up until that time pen. He was, I think, P6, qualified P16. To get P6 is mega from him. But then obviously pretty much unsettled the work he did there with the time pen. OS 10 sat behind Reflex though, 10 seconds behind Reflex. Having another unfortunate race is OS 10. Had an unfortunate P12 in Australia. And it seems to be the same story here in Singapore. As a Slick Gamer gets out of the way of Reflex pretty nicely. Nice one, Stephen. For not holding back a faster car on fresh tyres. Very smart racing. As Reflex now caught back of the pack, he has caught Duran, Nightflash and Maggie in this little three-man train. As Maggie does box on lap number 12 for them Hearts. Coulter is on slightly fresh tyres than Jackie Chan, so we'll keep an eye on them. So Stephen now boxes as well. Stephen here. Coulter, Jackie Chan. Coulter passed him there with the Duran, I think, and also Nightflash and Duran. 3 wide for a second there, I think it was. As Reflex round the outside of Nightflash. Reflex obviously with the freshest tyres. Nightflash was 12 lap 1 mediums. Reflex with 2 lap 1 hards. So pretty easy overtake there. Reflex back into P7 though. He's doing well, he's doing well. He's making up for his mistake in qualifying and in the race. A lot of mistakes, but he has the pace, He's the championship leader for a reason. And he's showing it today, I think, with a pretty nice drive, if you do ask me. And he's chasing down the Red Bull, the debutant of Duran. My voice is gone, fellas. Whoa. Is that a safety car there? There's caution. Everyone's going slow, though. I think it's a VAC, maybe? Is that Xander DNF'd? It still says caution. I'm wondering if it's a VAC or a full course safety car. I think it's a VAC though. Unsure what just caused that though. I think it might have been Xander, but I'm not too positive. As we see Reflex boxing again. Oh, Nightflash now speeds in the pit lane. Nightflash for tyres though. That's unique. He could still hold the points today. A portion of him, he had a good qualifying actually. Qualified was it what, P7? So that's a bit upsetting to see him DNF in the race. Reflex stops again though for the hards. He only used about 4 laps on them other hards. These boxes again under the VHC. No, it is a full course actually. It's a full course. And that is going to ruin Horror's 2-stop, isn't it? Horror will be hating safety car right now. That is the last thing Horror would have wanted. The absolute last thing. Now, Jackie Chan with fresh mediums and a safety car could be doing pretty well here soon. We'll keep close all the gaps up. There will be no gaps, so this is very interesting. QY on the fresh mediums, same with Jackie Chan, same with Gunner. So this could be interesting. This could still be spicy, for sure. And there's a few tickets already from qualifying and the race, so we will keep an eye on penalties after the race, keep an eye on penalties. There will be a graphic out for any penalties, don't you worry about that. Duran boxes now, fully hearts. He's having a pretty solid debut race, I think. Pretty solid enough, Duran. P7, yeah, it's average really, it's pretty decent. I'm afraid I can't speak to anyone, unfortunately, in the voice chat. My mic is very bad. I think if I go into the voice chat, it starts echoing, I think. So, I'm afraid I can't speak to anyone in the voice chat until after the race, probably, until I fix my mic out. I do apologise, guys. My mic is awful. I'm under the impression that it is lagging and echoing every time I speak to someone, so I do apologise, Lander, and to anyone else. Yeah, Reflex qualified P16, currently P10. He would have liked more, but unfortunately got about a 10-second time penalty for being in the pit lane, and then boxed again. But he's faster than Prasikash, he's faster than Owen, faster than Duran, possibly faster than Jackie Chan and OSN as well, so Reflex, I think if he finished P5, that's probably the best he could have done. I think anything above that is a little bit of a reach right now. But I think Reflex will have his eyes on P5, which is good. You know, he qualified P16, P5 will be a mega drive from him. So we'll keep an eye on the championship leader, the fast-paced Reflex. Championship leader for a reason. Won in Australia for a reason, you know. Come on, the gap's still unclosed up. I did say that the chance of a safety car was 100%. Guess I was right. We have seen one now on lap 16. Safety car comes out as I predicted. Lovely. Let's look at any outliers possibly. Let's have a look. So yes, QY had a pretty poor qualifying, qualified P4, but he has looked mega in this race. He has looked so fast. I am the TP of VCAP, so I am loving this right now. He has looked mega in this race. Zen started on pole. He's down to P3. It's pretty disappointing, but he's not had the pace really ahead of Horia and QY really. But I think he might be able to overtake Coulter for sure. So keep an eye on that. Horia obviously qualified P2, went for that risky strategy. The strategy didn't really work. Went for the two-stopper. Safety car ruined it really. So it's a bit unfortunate for him really. Jackie Chan, he was P2 at one point. Now he's P6 with a time pen. So his race has gone pretty bad. Duran, yeah, qualified P11. Clearing P7. Horia has passed Zen. How was Horia past Zen? Horia is joined. What is happening? I have no idea what happened there. Whoa! What was that? Oh, Zen is DNF'd. What has happened? Why has Zen retired? Yeah, the racing has been pretty terrible so far. Oh, so I'm getting news on Zen now. I'm getting news on BPAs. We get news on the restart as well now. We're restarting now. QY is gone. Apologies, Zen. He got put me out of AI randomly and took me into a wall. So I assume Zen was in AI for safety car, and it put him out of it and then put him into a wall, and that is why Zen is out of this race. This game, EA, Codemasters, whoever's in charge of this game, there's still so many bugs, so many glitches. Seriously needs fixing. QY is already, in a few turns, had built a 1.4 second lead. He is zooming on this restart. Absolutely flying. As Reflex and Prestige catches get racy into turn number 7 there. A little bit of contact. Reflex one's wide there. I don't know what is going on between these two. We saw them early in the race getting go racy as well. We saw them around lap 9 getting a little bit of contact, and they're doing it again lap 18. 10 laps later pretty much, they are still going at it, these two. Prestige catches and Reflex. OS10 has had a great race on that actually. He has gone from P6 qualifying is all behind the gearbox of Coulter with DRS2. Whoa, Jackie Chan into the wall there. I missed that. I was on my phone. I do apologise. He's now got damage to his front right end plate, and I wouldn't be shocked to see him retire from this Grand Prix at all. I completely missed that. I was on my phone checking messages. I do apologise. I think he got behind the rear wing of Coulter. Coulter possibly moved under the braking, and Coulter went into the wall with a little bit of his wing joining him in the wall. OS 10 could make him move for the podium though. We could see a possible Mercedes double podium. We saw an Alpine double podium in Australia, and now we could see a Mercedes double podium in Singapore. There's going to be mega points in the Constructors' Championship here for Mercedes. This could be huge. This would shoot them into first. Right into first in the Constructors. This could be massive for Mercedes if OS 10 can make this overtake happen on Coulter, on the Alpine man. Reflex is also right behind Jackie Chan as he goes for the move on the man with a broken end plate. He doesn't fight it. Makes sense. He might actually. Not massively though, no. He has damage, reflex on flat tyres, past the driver as well. Yeah, no point in finding that really, is that reflex into P6 now. I did say if we see him P5, that is the best he can do. So if reflex does P5, then I was right. If he does even better though and gets like a P4 or a podium, then he has done an absolutely fantastic drive. Qualified P16, currently getting 10 positions, but he looks for even more. He's 10 laps to go in this Grand Prix. And QY has got a 5-second lead from Horrier, who has another 5-second lead from Coulter, who has OSM, the company, right behind him, who has Duran joining the pack possibly, and Reflex looking to close the gap onto the top 5 and get some good points to help his World Championship dreams come into reality. It's still early doors though. It's still round 2. And Aston Martin teammates, so what's happened there between Owen? He was completely stopped on track. I've never seen that before. I've never seen a car completely stopped. He has no damage though. He has no damage. Yet his car was completely stuck. Tell you what, that is unique. I've never seen that in my life. Yellow flag, it's for Prestige, I think it was there. Does he have damage as well or not? No damage there for Prestige either. Now, let me just quickly check the penalties. 9 seconds for Jackie Chan, 3 for Maggie, and then 3 for 10th and 11th Owen and Stephen. As we see our race leader here now, QI with a 5-second lead. Doing very well. Should I go to this or should I go to that? So I'm gonna go to this. Gaps start to form now. It's really only OS 10 and Coulter who are close. Reflex is close to Duran, but still A little bit of time to find that, I reckon, before he looks for an overtake into the top 5. But OS 10 had been sat behind Coulter now for a good 5 laps looking for the overtake. Hasn't come yet. I'm sure he'll be a little bit annoyed at that because Coulter is saving a lot of battery as well. Every time I go to him, he seems to be in recharge mode with the flashing red light, and then now he'll burn it all. Look, yeah. And OS 10 is getting frustrated, I bet, every single lap. He's so close yet so far. He just can't find that extra little bit to get the overtake done. Even with DRS, with everything, he just cannot get it done. And look at his battery, he's barely any compared to Coulter, who has a full tank. It would shock me if OS 10 were to get a podium here. It would shock me though. But the Swedish man has proved me wrong in the past. He shocked me in the past. Can he do it again? I'd be surprised he got a podium here. But it is so doable though. Reflex now right behind Durant, looking for a move. He's on the hards, so is Durant, so no advantage there. The only advantage is with the pace. DRS goes to the inside line and gets it done before the braking zone. Reflex with a mega drive now into P5. Could he even get a podium? If Coulter and OS 10 battle enough for Reflex to close the gap, he could slip through and get a P3 here. I would not believe I was saying that. If you had told me Reflex will qualify P16 here and could still get a podium, yeah, I would have laughed in your face. But he's the championship leader for a reason. He's in the Scarlet Red Ferrari for a reason. Because he makes the impossible seem possible. Currently signed P5, qualified P16. But he has his eyes set on the podium for sure. For sure. He's been rapid this race. Pardon me. OS 10 is still, every time I go to him, it just seems to be the exact same gap of 5/10 between him and Coulter. Hang on though, hang on. Horrier has closed the gap down. It was 5 seconds, it's now 2.8. Horrier, I think these hards are officially faster than the mediums. There is a crossover point where the mediums become slower than the hards. And I think we have now reached that crossover point. The hards are now officially faster than the mediums. Horrier, the favourite going into this race. Could he still win? Surely not, no. Surely not, he could still win. Surely. This would be the most incredible thing I've ever witnessed in my life. The gap was 5 seconds. QI was in full control of this race. That gap is now 2.2 seconds. It is 6/10 lap. Let me do some maths. We have 4 laps left. 4 times 6 is hold on, 24. 24. So 2.4 seconds. It could be done. It is 2.2. At this rate, Horrier will catch QR, but can he overtake him? At this rate, he will catch him, but can he pass him is a completely different question. We could be on for an absolute mega finale here in the Singapore Grand Prix. The last lap, it can come down to the finest of margins. I am so ready for this. We'll keep an eye on Horrier. We'll keep an eye on that gap. Charlie. Yeah, OS10 is still right behind Coulter. This is so annoying as a driver. I cannot tell you how annoying this must be right now for OS10. To just be stuck at the exact same gap. The podium is right there, it's right in front of him on the podium, but he just cannot grab it for the life of him. He needs Coulter to make a mistake. One mistake, and OS10 is there, but Coulter is right now mistakeless. And it's OS10 actually with the mistake. OS10 with the mistake there into turn number 16. So yeah, Coulter has been flawless right now. Flawless. Perfect recharge battery placement. No mistakes. Perfect lines. And OS10 has got a bit too frustrated there and made a mistake of his own. And is now 2 seconds behind the podium. Horrier is now within 1.6 seconds. Oh, this is going to be so interesting. I cannot wait. It is going to be so close. The finest of margin. The absolute finest. .4 seconds. With 3 laps to go. The gap is 1.4 seconds. The hards are passing the mediums now. 13 laps in on both of their tyres. This is going to be a mega finale. The fan favourite versus the underdog. The underdog currently leading, but the fan favourite can still do it. I ruled him out. The gap was 5 seconds. He's brought it down now to just 1.1 seconds. I ruled him out. Everyone else ruled him out. But he's back. He's proved the impossible is possible. But he's got one more step he needs to do. He's caught him. He's officially caught QR. He's got DRS. But it's one thing catching. It's the hard part now. It's the overtaking. We have 3 more laps to go here in Singapore. Who is going to win? Horrier, the favourite going into this race. The odds were with him or QR. The last minute reservee. The underdog. This is going to be fantastic. I cannot wait. Buckle in. Throw yourself down. Throw yourself down. Get some popcorn. And don't go anywhere for these final 3 laps. Here in Singapore. Under the lights. It could not be a better scene. These two were separated by just 6 milliseconds in qualifying and are now separated by just 3/10 in their race. These two have been neck and neck all weekend in qualifying and the race. 6 milliseconds in qualifying and now are 1 and 2 ahead of everyone else, seconds clear of 3rd place. These two have put on a show for all of us to see. But it's not over yet. There is still a final piece to this show. There's still one more surprise possibly. To cling the 25 points in Singapore. Horrier had a little look there into turn 1. On the penultimate lap now, he's running out of time. He's running out of time to make this move. But here we go, get a good exit here. He has the DRS now, has the DRS open, get it open. Slipstream, DRS, battery, using everything on the bottom left here. Gonna go for it, possibly down the inside for the lead, possibly. Good defence from QY, and QY keeps the lead of the Grand Prix. This is gonna be a fantastic finale. Horrier had a little look there. Trying to go down the inside, but he couldn't do it. It was a good defence from QY. But there is still 1.5 laps left to go. 6 milliseconds in qualifying separated these two. And now just 1 single tenth in the race. I have never seen the like in my life. I've never seen 2 drivers be so evenly matched in the Grand Prix in my life. But here we are. A masterclass of defence and a masterclass of attack possibly. Who is it going to be? Horrier qualified P2. QY qualified P4, what a drive though, no matter what. Qualified P4, he's going to finish either first, second. So, all the praise, all the love in the world to QY. He's put on a fantastic drive, but he might not find all 25 points as we start the final lap here. Hurry, no! We were on board in there, we saw him run a little bit wide there. That could have ruined his race. That might cost him all 25 points. Thrown away. He'd gone for it a little bit too early. Wow. I mean, he's going to give them anyway. Possibly around the outside. He's going to go for it anyway. A little bit of contact there. Side by side into turn number 7. They're leaving just about enough room. A little bit of contact. A little bit of wheel spin. The rear not happy with Horrier. This is close but fair racing. This is fantastic between the first and second currently. And Horrier gets the lead. But will it even matter? Will it matter? He's got a 3-second time penalty on the last lap. The first turn of the last lap, Horrier gets a 3-second time penalty. And that has cost him all 25 points. What a terrible way to end it there. We wanted a dramatic ending. We wanted some shell-shocking. And we have to settle for an unfortunate time penalty there from Horrier. Horrier got a little bit too greedy into the first turn, but it shows how easily it can all be taken away from you. As you start into the final sector now, the last lap, Horrier, qualified P2, went for the gamble. It almost paid off, but on the first turn of the final lap, he got a time pen. So, QY wins the Singapore Grand Prix. What a drive! He looks so fast this entire weekend. Horrier, unfortunately, P2. Coulter did see off OS10 for the 5 spot on the podium. That's back-to-back P3s. OS10 with a better drive. P4. Reflex just behind them to P5. Reflex, what a drive though. P16 to P5. Respect to Reflex. OS10 was P12 in Australia. He finished P4. That's a much better beginning for him. Duran with an excellent debut in P6. He'll be chuffed with that. Maggie gets P7 in the end. Good debut there as well in the Haas team. Jackie Chan, unfortunate as well. He was P2 at one point. And he's now P8. An unfortunate race here under the lights for Jackie Chan. Aston Martins are currently P9, P10. But wow. What a finale there between QY and Horrier. Coulter with back-to-back P3s. OS10 was P12 in Australia. Much better drive here than in Singapore. Reflex, he qualified P16. He almost got a P4. Has to get P5 in the end. The championship leader, P5 here in Singapore under the lights. Oh my, what a race. The two debutants of Maggie and Durant, P6 P7. Jackie Chan, what could have been for him? He could have been on the podium, but unfortunately not. And Owen and Cactus P8, P9, and Stephen, minus points in P10. What a race. That had everything to overtakes, to close racing, to close battles, to contact, to DNFs, to controversy, the drama, disqualification, the qualifying. That had absolutely everything. That was a chaotic packed race. But the Estonian man of QY, on his debut as a reserve, comes out on top. Gosh, what a racer. I have never seen the likes. Fastest lap there goes to QY as well. Driver of the day Reflex. Most of it takes Reflex for that, does not surprise me. What a driver Reflex. P16 into P5. But QY as well, P4 to P1. That's brilliant as well. Same with OS10, P6 to P4, and Durant, P11 to P6. But wow, what a race. And also, the top 6 doesn't include any driver from Great Britain. We have a lot of them in this league, but the entire top 6 is from people outside of the Great Britain. We have Spanish, Irish, Swedish, Greek, Romanian, and Estonian. All in the top 6. Diversity is here, boys. I love it. But wow, what a mega race. That had everything you could have won in a race. A lot of drivers unhappy, but there'll be a lot buzzing with this one. Keep an eye though on League News for any graphics that announce a time penalty. for a certain driver, because we could see a fair few tickets being open and dealt with after this race. But join me, same time, next week, Saturday, 7 p.m, for Spa Francorchamps.